Minasan, konnichiwa. Johanna to moshimasu. Sweden jin desu. 6ヶ月間日本語を勉強しています。今日は日本語の勉強について話します。まだまだですが、頑張っています。よろしくお願いします。So I've been studying Japanese consistently now for about 6 months, and here is my journey so far. I started with the basics to learn hiragana and katakana, and I learned hiragana and katakana at the beginning of 2025. I started learning hiragana in January 2025. I think it took me between 3 or 4 weeks to master hiragana. Almost the same with katakana, but I still need to check my katakana sometimes. But that's another discussion. And after that, I got stuck. I didn't know how to go further. Because once you've learned hiragana and katakana, next comes kanji. So I did some research and I actually made an experiment together with ChatGPT. And I prompted it and I shared all the information I knew about the Japanese language. So I decided, okay, let's see what ChatGPT can give me when it comes to textbooks and resources. So based on all the information I imported to ChatGPT, it gave me resources such as Kanji from Zero, Book 1 and 2, and Try and 5. So I worked my way through Kanji from Zero, Book 1, and I also spent time with Try and 5. Also, I want to be clear about something. I actually genuinely think that the Kanji from Zero system is really great. Kanji from Zero breaks down kanji in a way that feels more structured instead of overwhelming. Through book 1 alone, I exposed myself to around 240 kanjis. Do I remember all of them? No. I don't. But if you showed me a lot of common kanjis today, I would probably recognize quite a lot of them. And it helped me start to understand the difference between the kunjomi and onjomi readings. So the kanji from Zero books was great. The system itself wasn't a problem, but I noticed it wasn't enough for me to learn. The problem was something else. I noticed that I spent a lot of time writing, taking notes, trying to memorize a lot of things, trying to copying things down, but I wasn't actually using the language very much. And after a while, I started to realize something about how my brain actually learns, since this is the first time I'm taking on a language on my own. Writing helps me understand something, but it doesn't necessarily make it stick. So the thing is, I've always had a musical ear. Music has always been very natural to me. I pick up melodies very quickly. Song lyrics are extremely easy for me to remember. If I listen to a song a few times, I can usually sing it almost immediately. And part of that might be because I come from a family where music has always been around. But I've noticed that I learn things very strongly through sound and rhythm. And there are actually studies suggesting that people with musical training or a strong musical ear often have an easier time learning a language. Not because they memorize vocabulary faster, but because they're trained to hear small differences in sound. Pitch, rhythm, pronunciation, you name it. And those are exactly the same skills you use while learning a new language. So that started to make sense to me. Around the same time, I started learning piano. I don't go to a piano teacher because I can't afford that, duh. I use an app called Simply Piano. I think many have seen the ad of the application. But I use the app. It's an AI that listens to me when I play. If I hit the wrong note, it immediately tells me incorrect. But the downside with the application, it's not always it can hear me play chords. It's easy for the AI to hear when I play single tone, but full chords, not that great. So when I use the app, If my fingers are in the wrong place, I immediately think that I will adjust my fingers. So the interesting thing here is that I'm not sitting there thinking this is the tone G or this is A. Instead, I'm just sitting there trying to focus playing the music correctly. And over time, without me even realizing it, I have noticed that I am able to read sheet music. Not because I memorized it. And you know, that made me realize something. Maybe I learn languages the same way. So I actually changed my approach when it comes to learning Japanese. Instead of mostly writing and memorizing from textbooks, I started speaking every day using an application called Pingo. What I like about Pingo is the structure. Each section with Pingo contains about, well, between 5 or 6 sentences. And this is when you practice vocabulary in your vocabulary list. But those sentences repeat several times in different ways. The first time I see a sentence, it can be with kanji, hiragana, and katakana. And Pingo also speak out loud to me how I should pronounce it in Japanese while I'm reading it in Japanese, and also have romaji under the Japanese sentence. The second time, I might see the sentence just in Japanese, but I get the prompt in English, or Pingo is reading it out in English, what it means. But I should speak out loud in Japanese. The key here is I have to say the sentence myself. And the third time, this is the interesting part, where things get stuck. I might not even see anything at all on the screen. Just a voice from Pingo in English that the AI wants me to describe the sentence and see if I got it correct. And I have to respond in Japanese. And since I have a timer, I can't take too long to answer. If I'm incorrect on my pronunciation, the application will show me the sentence grayed out and I have to try again. I also like the function that if you feel comfortable with a sentence, you can always, once you have the opportunity when you are practicing with Pingo, you can press the option mastered, and the sentence then will be added to your mastered vocabulary list. But if you still feel, I want to practice more on that one, you can just adjust still learning, and it will pop up again once you still practicing on your vocabulary list. That kind of feedback loop works much better for me than just writing things down. And of course, kanji. Yeah, it's a love and hate relationship. You start feeling confident. You think you're making progress. Kanji wa musukashii sugimasu. So yeah, kanji is still hard. I have a love-hate relationship with kanji. So after 6 months of consistent study, this is where I'm at today. I'm not fluent, I'm far from fluent. I can't hold complex conversations yet, and I definitely do not know thousands of kanji, but I can introduce myself politely. I can say where I'm from, how old I am. I can ask where the train station is. Sumimasen, eki wa doko desu ka? Eki wa doko doko doko? I can ask for simply directions. And I think I could probably order something at a restaurant. Also, I notice when I listening to JLPT N5 conversations on YouTube or podcasts, I understand around 90% of the context. Sometimes I miss small details, but I don't get completely lost anymore. And for me, that's a huge win. It's time to wrap up this video, but before I leave you, I have a question for Japanese native speakers. If you're a native Japanese speaker watching this, do you know about Pingo AI Assistant? And does this method seem effective to you? If not, I'd genuinely like to hear your thoughts on this. How would you combine something like this with other forms of study? Anyways, that's where my Japanese journey is after 6 months of consistent study. I'm still very much a beginner. I would say I'm pretty much at N5 level, since I understand about 90% of N5 conversations. I can see real progress, and that's motivating. And I'm looking forward to see how far I've come after a year. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. それではまたねまたねまたね。バイバイバイバイ。